This is a review for paper that can be used with oil paints, primarily centered around Strathmore's oil painting paper. For context, although I've been drawing for years, I just started painting a few months ago, so I'm very new to this medium. I'm also pretty frugal when it comes to materials. My take on that is, more than anything, I need lots of practice. So based on my drawing experience, we're talking about probably 100 or so paintings before I can start to feel really good about it. So I figure I should be economical, especially at this stage. For drawing, Strathmore paper had become my go-to, so I also went that route for painting. This is their oil painting paper, and as you can see, it's very thick, substantial paper. It holds paint really well. Bring this close to the camera here. You can see the texture in the paper. It has ridges that the paint sticks to very well. If we get this close to the camera, I think you can see how thick it is. So it's substantial. For an example, this is a painting done on the Strathmore oil paper. If I bring it very close, you can see how the paint adheres to this paper. It has a really good feel to it when you paint. So compared to some of the other papers that I've used, I have painted on the drawing paper just to save money because, as I said, I'm trying to be frugal at this stage in the hobby. So this is an example of Strathmore's heavy drawing paper. This is Strathmore's medium weight paper. So the heavyweight is definitely thicker. This is the drawing paper heavyweight on the right, and this is the medium weight drawing paper. And then here is the oil paper. So you can see that this oil paper is definitely thicker. It's noticeably thicker. And when I hold the heavyweight drawing paper up to the camera, you can see the surface. There's some texture to it, but certainly not as much as, again, this is the oil paper. And then this is the light drawing paper. Very little texture. It has some, because the wax in colored pencils does need something to stick to. This is the paper. This is called the paper's tooth. So drawing paper does have that. So paint does stick to it, but not anywhere near as well as this oil paint paper by Strathmore, which again is fantastic. I also want to show. So I do have some of these panels too, which are thick paint panels that I got at a craft store. I thought the panels that were made for I guess the Strathmore paper is made for oil paint as well. I just kind of assumed the panels would be better, but so it's got texture, of course. And then there's the paper, the Strathmore paper. So they're so incredibly similar in terms of texture. I'm an amateur, so certainly not an expert who is like a definitive resource on this, but the feel is very similar, the panel, to the Strathmore paper, to me anyways. There is a big difference though, however, in the paper designed for oil paint versus the drawing paper. It's not impossible though to use drawing paper with oil paint, especially the heavyweight drawing paper. Like this is the heavyweight paper with oil paint. This is drawing paper. And you can see, as I zoom in here, The texture isn't really, the texture appears to be gone because the paint covered it all up, but it held the paint, and there's a little seep through. That's always what you worry about with paper that's not designed to hold this type of paint. It does seep through, and I don't know, as far as long-term durability, is this drawing paper going to be able to withstand the test of time? I don't know. I've only been paying for a few months. I doubt it. But this oil painting paper, you can see there's no seep through. It actually looks good on the back. It doesn't look like, I don't know, we'll see how it holds up as well, but it seems to be handling that well. So that is my take on this Strathmore oil paper. I really like it. Strathmore oil painting paper, rather. I've really taken to it, and it's what I use every time I paint now. So if anyone has any questions, let me know in the comments. Thanks for watching.